Hello guys, it's E.K.J, and in today's video I'm gonna review new Champions League season groups. So let's just start this video. So we have 8 groups, we have 4 teams in each group. So in group A we have Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Club Brugge and Galatasaray. So obviously we have two favorites, Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. These two teams will qualify for the next round. Club Brugge and Galatasaray will fight for that third place, because third place gives you a chance to play in Europa League knockout stages. So it's still a very good thing for these teams to be in that third position. Obviously, every single team that plays in the Champions League wants to go into the next round, but we only have 2 teams that can go through. So I think that Belgium team and Turkish team will be fighting for that third place, and Paris Saint-Germain will be in that first place, because Real Madrid they just don't have enough quality, I think, because their team chemistry is just not good enough yet, and they have a lot of injuries. I believe they lost 9 players in this summer, so they will not be as good. And even though they have Hazard, I think that they even might struggle against teams like Galatasaray and Club Brugge. So I don't think that Real Madrid will be in that first position, and I think that they will have to they will have to put a lot of effort if they want to go through. So in Group B we have Bayern, Tottenham, Olympiacos and Crvena Zvezda. So we have a team from Greece and from Serbia. So I think obviously we have Bayern and Tottenham. These two teams will qualify for the next round, and Olympiacos and Crvena will fight for that Europa League spot. So there's just these two teams, they're just not good enough to fight against Tottenham and Bayern. So in Group C we have City, Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine, we have Zagreb from Croatia and Atalanta from Italy. So City is a clear favorite. Obviously we still have Atalanta. They will be in that second position, and they have an incredible team. They had an amazing they had an outstanding season in last Serie A season, and they scored more goals than Juventus did. So it is a very incredible fact, and I think that Atalanta will be in that second position. But I think that City, they should be very careful, because Atalanta might even jump into that first position. So they gotta do their best, and they gotta play their best team if they want to beat Atalanta, because it's not going to be easy. I know for football fans that are not very that don't know these teams, it might look that it is very easy group, but believe me, Shakhtar, especially away from home, it is a very tough fixture. And Zagreb in Croatia, Croatian fans are incredible. At Atalanta, they can play away, they can play at home. They're a very good team. So City, they should be playing very careful football. In Group D we have Juventus, Atletico, Leverkusen and Lokomotiv Moscow from Russia. Juventus, obviously they're a favorite, but Atletico, obviously with their new team, they changed pretty much the whole team, and their defense is now a lot different. They signed some players like, I believe they lost Filipe Luis, Juanfran and Diego Godin, but they signed Hermoso, they signed Kieran Trippier and a lot of other great players. So I think that Atletico will be fighting for that first spot against Juventus, but Leverkusen will be in that third position, and they will go into Europa League. And Lokomotiv Moscow, they're just not good enough to play in the Champions League. I don't know how they made it through, but obviously they're from Russia. So but Zenit is even better, Zenit is from Russia, but they're playing a better football than Lokomotiv Moscow. So I don't know. I think that Moscow will be destroyed in this Group D. And in Group E we have Liverpool, Napoli, Salzburg from Austria and Genk from Belgium. So Liverpool, obviously they're gonna win this group, even though it might be tough away from home against Napoli, but I still do think that Liverpool gonna win this one. And Salzburg and Genk, these two teams, they just don't stand a chance against these two clubs from England and Italy. So they will be fighting for that third spot to be able to play in Europa League knockout stages. And so that's about it. In Group F we have Barca, Dortmund, Internazionale and Slavia Praha from Czech Republic. So Barcelona will be in that first position. I'm pretty sure they're gonna win every single game. Maybe they will draw one game against Dortmund and Inter away from home, but apart from that I don't see these 3 teams beating Barcelona. And Inter, I think, will be in that in Europa League, because their team is good. Yes, their team is good. Yeah, they signed Lukaku, they signed a lot of other great players. They added some pieces that might help them, but I still think that Dortmund at home, it is impossible to win against them. And plus the fans, and Inter, you know how they struggled last season against Tottenham, against Barcelona when they were in the same group. So Inter, I think they have the quality, they have experience, but they're not gonna make it through. They will go in Europa League, and Slavia Praha, sadly, they will go out. from European competitions. In Group G, we have Zenit, Benfica, Lyon, and Leipzig. So I think that Lyon and Leipzig will go through. Obviously, Zenit, I'm rooting for Zenit because I'm kind of Russian, you know, and so I think that I will be supporting Zenit throughout this stage. But obviously Lyon from France, Benfica from Portugal, Leipzig, all these teams are very good. Leipzig, I think that might struggle because they have an incredible squad, but last season they played in a similar group, but they couldn't even do something. So I think that Lyon and Benfica, they're the favorites, but I think that if Leipzig and Zenit will play good football, they have a chance. All these four teams have an equal chance to go through, like 25% for each club. And in Group H, this is the final group. We have Chelsea from England, Ajax from Netherlands, we have Valencia from Spain, and we have LOSC Lille from France. So I think that the Chelsea, they're not going to be in that first position. I think that, in my opinion, Valencia will be in that first position, Chelsea will be in that second position, and Ajax will be fighting against LOSC Lille for that third place. And I think that Ajax, they're not going to be as they will not be as decent as they were in last season, because their last season was something incredible, and we will never forget that. But Ajax, I think that they will not do well in this group. Obviously, they got lucky that they got some similar opponents. Obviously, Chelsea, they're struggling a lot this season, and and Chelsea might lose some away games, but I think that Valencia will be on top, and Chelsea somehow will be in that second position. But I still think that LOSC Lille and Ajax, these two teams will be fighting against Chelsea, especially against Chelsea, to be in that second position and to go through, and Valencia will be in that first. So we have 8 groups. Obviously, the toughest group is Group F, where we have Barca, Dortmund, and Inter, and Slavia Praha, and maybe Group D, where we have Juventus, Atletico Leverkusen, and Lokomotiv Moscow. And these are the toughest groups, and the weakest group, in my opinion, is Group H, where we have Chelsea, Ajax, Valencia, and LOSC Lille, and maybe Group E, where we have Liverpool, Napoli, Salzburg, and Genk, and maybe even Group C, where we have Shakhtar Donetsk, Zagreb, Atalanta, and City, and maybe Group G, Zenit, Benfica, Lyon, and Leipzig. You know, we have a lot of similar clubs, similar teams, you know, and all these teams might go through. So I can't say that, I'm not saying that all these 3 or 4 groups are terrible and they're very weak, but I'm just saying that these teams have similar chances to go through to the next round, and other groups have a very huge clubs that are going to be leaders in their groups. So I think that the weakest group, I think, is Group G, Zenit, Benfica, Lyon, and Leipzig, because Group E has Liverpool and Napoli, so Group G doesn't have these type of clubs. Group H, they have Chelsea and Valencia, so you can't compare Chelsea and Valencia with Leipzig, Benfica, Zenit, and Lyon, you know. And the City group, they still have Shakhtar, Atalanta, so I think that Group G is the weakest, and Group F and D are the toughest groups in this upcoming season. So tomorrow I will make another Europa League draw video, and obviously Virgil van Dijk won UEFA's Best Player of the Year award, so I'm very happy for him as a Liverpool fan. And obviously he won Champions League, he played in the final against Portugal in Nations League, and he came in that second position. Obviously it's still okay. And Ronaldo and Messi, they were just not good enough to win this award this year. And obviously I believe that he is the defender, and I believe Virgil van Dijk won this award as a defender, and the last defender that won this award was Fabio Cannavaro from Italy. And so 13 years ago, Cannavaro managed to win this award, but now Van Dijk finally won this one, and it is well-deserved trophy for him. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, just hit the like button on this video, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you guys are waiting for my next Europa League draw video. And I will make that video tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are waiting, and I will see you guys in that one very soon. Peace.